So the Oscar season is rearing round the corner, or it has kind of started in a way, but not kind of yet. The big films probably aren't going to be coming out until nearer the end, but I did see a film really early due to a really advanced screening from a very good cinema company. And that film is Saving Mr. Banks, which is Disney's hopes for getting into the Oscar race for Best Picture. Saving Mr. Banks is literally the story of kind of how Disney got the rights to make the Mary Poppins film. And most people don't know this, but the author didn't really want to do it, because she thought Disney would ruin the image of the film. Oh, not the film, the book that she made from it, and tarnish it. And this way it kind of like tells the story of from the 2 weeks and she was sort of there. And what I will say, however, is this is actually a really good film, really surprising actually. It's how because one other thing that they did really well was they also told a bit of her history, kind of like our history from. She was a child with our sort of father and our sort of sisters and a mother. Not going to sort of go into details about that, but one thing I will say is the director who did it, I think is John Lee Hancock, who directed this film, did an actually really good job. Because what he managed to do was, at first I thought that the sort of the flashbacks of her past was happening very too frequently. But it ties in really well to somewhere towards I think the middle part, because then she starts reflecting on maybe certain things that's happening through the present time and she starts thinking back on those times. That's actually really good. I will say this, however, is now I know that they're trying to, this is their attempt for Best Picture, and I think they will get nominated because this is actually really good. But if they really think this is really good, then I'm hoping that Emma Thompson, Emma Thompson, I hope she gets the nod for Best Actress for this film because she was really, really good. She probably plays the character really well, and I can't remember much of films that she's done since beforehand, but she was really, really good. And Tom Hanks as Mr. Walt Disney. Now, I don't know whether or not he's going to get a nod for this film or maybe for Captain Phillips. I've not seen that film. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to see it. But again, he was actually really, really good. And it's quite a surprise transformation, because normally when you see Tom Hanks normally plays sometimes the serious roles, and then he sometimes does play the kind of the big kid sometimes role. But this one he played more he's an adult and a big sort of child, but still has a lot of enthusiasm even for how old he is. This film also, I will say, isn't afraid to take a serious point and turn, and the suggested themes that they put into it, even though they never kind of outright say it, but you can tell of what of these themes are, and it's really it's really good how they do it, and also kind of cover it up because, believe it or not, this is a PG movie. Blasphemy for that is actually really cool. I love the fact that that Disney have actually done that they've actually made quite a serious movie, have these kind of suggested themes, but still make it kind of PG, so that even if kids don't know what it is, that's alright, because they won't. That's pretty cool. But also, here's the best thing, right? Because this is kind of the story towards how Mary Poppins was getting made, you're going to hear a lot of the Mary Poppins songs, and it's kind of to be honest, in my opinion, it's kind of them it's if they were remastering the song for a current audience. It's done really well, and I'll be honest, I was singing a couple of the old of the songs for quite a few days. Is there anything that I feel kind of wrong? Probably one thing is the film is about 2 hours long. this isn't kind of a bad thing. Most films these days are 2 hours long, but for a PG related film about Mary Poppins, I think you could have maybe cut maybe quite a bit of it off, like maybe cut like maybe 10-15 minutes of it, and then maybe have it the rest is kind of like an extended cut. I don't know, it's, to me it did feel a wee bit tad too long, but other than that I really did enjoy it. I just don't think if, you know, if kids are wanting to watch it, they're not going to enjoy it as much because it will seem very long. So what is my overall sort of review score for it? Well, I say this is a highly recommended film. Go and watch it, enjoy it. I probably would give it a 4 out of 5. I'm thinking of turning the rating system back into films and that, but I'm just going to do it a simple kind of like 1 to 5 sort of thing. But this was actually really good, a really good watch, really enjoyed it. I think, like I said, I think they will get nominated for Best Picture. Don't know whether or not they're going to win it, however, but I will be surprised if they did. But anywho, did you guys are looking forward to this film? And when you do sort of see it by the time it sort of comes out, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Do you think this is got no chance at the Oscars, or do you think it's got some chance at the Oscars? I would like to know, and I will try to reply to you all if I can with, you know, we all know how Google is really changing YouTube and changing YouTube in the wrong way. I say just bring back the old YouTube. I mean, Google are trying some good things sort of there, but it's like they're taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But anywho, with that said and done, I will see you guys later.